A common conversation among Indian students considering higher education in Australia is, should I choose a metro university or a regional one? And this is a critical question to answer because basis the choice you make, your lived experience in Australia will be very different. Pick a metro university in Sydney, Melbourne, Perth or Brisbane and you will experience a buzzing lifestyle. Probably study in top-ranked universities and have great exposure to job hubs. Pick a regional university and you will find life to be more affordable, gain PR benefits and become part of a close-knit student community. In this video, I will share with you relevant information that can help you make the choice that is best suited for you. We will look at costs, PR advantages, job opportunities, and lifestyle. And in the end, I'll help you decide what's right for your goals. Before we get started, my name is Manil, and here on this channel, I share with you all the right information to make the best choices to help turn your dream to study abroad into a reality. I also provide admission counseling and test prep support to students who have made the final decision to study abroad. Before the end of this video, I will share with you how to reach me and understand how I can help you fulfill your dream. So watch the entire video to see if you like what I have to say and decide if you want to reach out to me. Let's get started. First, let's clear the basics. Metro universities are in major Australian cities: Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth. These include famous names like the University of Melbourne, University of New South Wales and the University of Sydney. Regional universities, on the other hand, are outside these big cities in places like Newcastle, Gold Coast, Townsville, Hobart or Adelaide. Yes, Adelaide counts as a regional city under Australia's migration policy even though it's a big city. With that clear, let's start looking at the main points and how they differ for unis depending on location of your course or university. First up, let's make a cost comparison basis tuition and living expenses because for most Indian students, this is a big decision factor. First is tuition fees. Metro unis like the University of Sydney or Melbourne charge between Australian dollar 45,000 to 54,000 per year. That's around 25 to 30 lakhs per year. On the screen for you to review are some examples of the fee charged for different courses at 3 metro universities. Regional universities like Charles Sturt or University of Southern Queensland started around Australian dollars 20,000 and go up to 37,000 per year, about 11 to 20 lakhs per year. But please do note that if you study at a highly ranked regional university such as Adelaide University, the tuition fee could very well match that at the very top metro universities. On the screen for you to review are some examples of the fee charged for different courses at 3 regional universities. Next is living costs. In Sydney or Melbourne, you'll need about $25,000 per year just for living expenses, which is roughly 1.5 lakhs per month. Here's a breakup of these costs for you. These are referenced from sources such as Study in Australia and Australian government stats. But do note that these will vary year on year from person to person, and these are at best estimates. In regional cities, you can live comfortably for around $20,000 to $22,000 a year. That's around 1 lakh per month or less. Now, here's a breakup of these costs for you. Once again, these are referenced from sources such as Study in Australia and Australian government stats. But once more, do note that these will vary year on year and from person to person, and they are once again at best estimate. Now, let's add it all up for a 2-year master's degree. In a metro city, tuition plus living cost will add up to about 50 to 60 lakhs. In a regional university, tuition and living will cost between 35 and 40 lakhs. That's a difference of at least 15 to 20 lakhs between metro and regional universities. Next is what could be a game changer for many Indian students: post-study work visas and PR points. For many Indian students, one of the intentions to study in Australia is to get longer work experience or even PR, so that they can build a long work profile in Australia that can then help launch a global career or maybe even settle down in Australia if they find what they're looking for. And on this front, regional universities definitely come out up front. Let's answer 3 questions to understand why this is so. First up, let's look at the post-studies work visa duration. If you study in a metro city such as Sydney or Melbourne, after graduation, you can stay back on a temporary graduate visa for 2 years if you've completed a master's by coursework. But here's where it gets interesting. If you study in a regional area, you can get an extension. Study in a category 2 regional city like Adelaide or Gold Coast and you can get an extra year. But study in a category 3 regional city like Tasmania or Townsville or Cairns and you can get 2 extra years. So if you choose a regional university in a category 3 area, your total stay after a master's degree can go up to 4 years. That's double the time to work, earn and strengthen your PR chances. So what courses are eligible for these extensions? Bachelor's degree or higher qualify. So bachelor's, master's by coursework, master's by research and PhD. All are eligible for this. But to be sure, always check the details on the courses webpage or on the university website. Here's a full picture on the screen for you to review. Second, are there any PR points for regional study? Studying in a regional area adds 5 extra points to your PR application under the skilled migration points test. These points often make the difference between getting an invitation to apply or waiting for months altogether. Third, which provides better access to regional PR pathways. Graduates from regional universities also get access to additional visa streams like the subclass 491 skilled worker regional visa, a 5-year visa that can lead to PR after 3 years of living and working regionally, and the subclass 494 or the employer sponsored regional visa, which gives priority to regional job sponsorships, which is often easier because employers outside big cities face skill shortages. So why do these benefits matter? More time means less pressure to find a job immediately after graduation. Regional states like South Australia, Tasmania and Queensland actively nominate international graduates for PR even if your points are lower than the federal threshold. In some cases, regional graduates have a faster pathway to PR than metro graduates because of state sponsorship. So, if PR and work experience matter to you, choosing a regional university isn't just about saving costs, it's a strategic move to secure your future in Australia. Now, one very obvious question that students want answers to when it comes to studying in Australia or any country abroad is, will I get a job after pursuing this degree? So let's understand how each region stacks up on this front. Now, if you choose a metro city like Sydney, Melbourne or Brisbane, you'll be right in the heart of Australia's economic powerhouses. These cities are home to major banks, tech firms, consulting giants, and large healthcare companies. This gives students access to plenty of internships, graduate programs, and networking opportunities through events, alumni meets, and career fairs. On top of that, finding part-time work to support living costs is much easier in metro cities because of their thriving hospitality, retail, and customer service sectors. Now, what about regional universities? At first glance, they might seem limited because they don't have the same density of corporate offices. But here's the truth. Regional areas have booming sectors like healthcare, education, agriculture, and mining, which are critical to Australia's economy. These regions constantly face skill shortages, so employers there are often more willing to hire and even sponsor international graduates for PR. Regional universities also maintain strong connections with local industries, which helps students secure internships and placements, especially in fields like nursing, teaching, engineering, IT, and hospitality. The data supports this as well. According to the 2023 Graduate Outcomes Survey, graduates from regional universities actually have slightly better employment outcomes than those from metro universities. About 83% of regional graduates secured full-time jobs within 4 months of completing their degrees compared to 77% of metro graduates. The reason is simple. Regional employers actively recruit and retain graduates because they need skilled workers. But what about salaries? Median salaries are quite similar across regions. Undergraduates earn around 71,000 Australian dollars, while postgraduates earn close to 96,600 Australian dollars. But here's the advantage for regional graduates. Because living costs are significantly lower in regional areas, you end up saving more, even if your salary is the same as someone working in Sydney or Melbourne. Now, when it comes to internships, metro universities have the edge in corporate placements in fields like finance, IT, and consulting. However, regional universities shine in sectors tied to local needs. Many states even incentivize regional employers to hire international graduates. So if your field is in demand, you might find your first full-time job faster in a regional setting than in a big city. Finally, consider long-term benefits. If you begin your career in a regional area, you're not just gaining work experience, you're also improving your PR chances. Regional states actively nominate international graduates for permanent residencies, and employers in these areas are often more open to sponsoring visas because they struggle to fill roles locally. This was something that we discussed in the previous section, so you can always go watch that again. So, while metro cities offer scale, corporate exposure, and a fast-paced environment, regional universities give you something equally powerful: a smoother pathway to employment, more job security, and often a faster route to PR. Your choice really depends on whether your priority is global networking in a big city or stability and long-term settlement in Australia. Now, let's talk lifestyle. And I'm going to keep this short because I'm sure that Gen Z will get better inputs from compatriots in Australia than from an aging millennial like myself on where to get the best coffee or shake a leg to the latest K-pop. But here's a lowdown. Metro cities mean a fast-paced life, amazing public transport, lots of Indian grocery stores, restaurants, cultural events, and a big Indian community. Regional areas are quieter, closer to nature, and offer a more relaxed lifestyle. Communities are close-knit, so you'll get more personalized attention from faculty. But yes, fewer Indian restaurants and social life can feel limited compared to Sydney or Melbourne. Next up, let's talk about something every student loves: scholarships and financial aid. This can make a massive difference to your overall budget and often influences whether you choose a metro or regional university. One big advantage of regional universities is that they often offer more generous and accessible scholarships compared to metro universities. Why? Because these institutions are actively trying to attract international students. Many regional universities provide automatic tuition fee discounts for Indian students, typically in the range of $5,000 to $10,000 per year. That's about 3 to 5 lakhs annually, which makes a big difference when your overall tuition fee is already lower in regional areas. Now, metro universities like the University of Melbourne, University of New South Wales, or Monash also offer scholarships, but they are usually highly competitive and merit-based. These awards can range from $10,000 to $20,000, but you'll often need excellent academic records, leadership achievements, or outstanding extracurriculars to qualify. The competition is fierce because thousands of students apply for these limited spots. So here's something else that often gets overlooked. Many regional universities also bundle additional benefits such as reduced tuition fee, housing discounts, and fee waivers for certain administrative costs. Some even provide extra support for students who enroll in priority programs such as health and teaching, because these are critical shortages in regional Australia. So if you're aiming to maximize your financial savings, a regional university offers multiple advantages: lower tuition, lower living costs, and a higher probability of securing a scholarship or bursary compared to a metro university. This combination makes regional education extremely cost effective without sacrificing quality. So finally, which one should you choose? Here's a quick recap to help you decide. Choose a metro university if your priority is corporate networking, big city life, and you're okay with higher costs. Choose a regional university if you want PR benefits, lower costs, and a more personalized learning experience. And if you're still confused about which university to pick, I can help you choose the right one, apply, and even prepare for your IELTS. Click the link in the description to message me on WhatsApp to get started and understand how I can help you get offers from your target universities. I have helped students get to some of the top universities in the world. So again, click on the link in the description of this video to get the conversation started. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Do like and subscribe and share this video with a friend who may also be planning to study in Australia. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, you take care. Goodbye.